Fellow fighters, welcome back, and in today's video I want to ask you, which character are you going to pick when you get the Legacy Collection from Mortal Kombat? Genuinely, I think this is a good question because we have multiple games, and many of our fan favorite characters are included in these games. So I ask you, which character are you going to pick? I already know which ones I'm going to pick in these games. Now, Mortal Kombat 4, it's been a while. I feel like I'm going to have to go through some of them and I might switch it up a little bit. However, I thought this would be a fun video to go over each game, let you know which character I'm going to choose, and then I want to know which one you're going to choose as well. Yes, I am showing Trilogy in the background, and that is going to be included in this video because I really do think the Collector's Edition is going to include Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and if it doesn't, that's going to be a huge L for the Mortal Kombat Collector's Edition. So it better be in there. We better have some Trilogy in Mortal Kombat Collector's Edition. I'll say it over and over. It better be in there. We better have Trilogy and Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Also consider this, I know a lot of you are Noob Saibot fans, and not everybody's played the arcade experience yet. Noob Saibot is cheap as hell in the arcade era. In fact, this character is banned in many of the tournaments that you play. Now, whenever I played with my buddies, no character was off limits. However, don't be surprised if you do play against some people that'll actually does not want to play with you if you choose certain characters, Noob Saibot being one of them. He throws a cloud out that stops your opponent from doing any damage. Like literally any damage. Once that cloud's around the opponent and they try hitting you, they can't hurt you. Now the very first Mortal Kombat game, this is going to be an interesting one because there's only 7 characters to pick from. And just a little fun fact, Sonya Blade didn't come until later in the game. That is the development of the game because there was no female characters. But let's get back to the actual characters. For those of you that haven't played the arcade era, some of these characters actually play pretty similar to the games you're familiar with now. We'll do this by starting in order, and I'm going to share my main from the very first Mortal Kombat game. Man, this goes all the way back to my childhood. For the Lin Kuei. You'll be seeing me use Sub-Zero. Whether you play matches with me online now in MKII, know that in most cases, if we're going to play the original Mortal Kombat game, I am going to choose Sub-Zero. Other characters that I do enjoy playing on the roster in the very first game are Liu Kang, Raiden, and Scorpion. So before we jump over to the second Mortal Kombat game, I want to know from you guys which ones you're going to pick for the first, second, third, and Trilogy, as well as Mortal Kombat 4 if you feel like letting me know all of those if you already know. It's cool to look at this roster and think the only factions were the Lin Kuei, the Shirai Ryu, Earthrealm's Defenders, and the Black Dragon. That's actually pretty impressive for the very first Mortal Kombat game with only 7 characters. Alright, you guys gotta let me know who your favorite character is in the second Mortal Kombat game. Even if you've never played it before, I'm sure you can recognize all the characters that are on the roster. Mortal Kombat 2 released with an amazing roster. Every single character is iconic. Not to say there's anything bad with the first Mortal Kombat roster, but for example, Sonya Blade being in a gymnastics outfit just didn't really stick out to me. Not really a fan favorite of mine, same with Stryker for example. I feel like Mortal Kombat 2 really started getting more into the grit. I really am a big fan of MKII. Something I really appreciate about the first Mortal Kombat setting is the Oriental vibe that it gives that we don't get in the second game, although that's fine because I like the darker approach that they took for Outworld and MK2. Now we're talking roster characters here, so I don't want to get too carried away. My other favorite characters to play as in MK2 would be Raiden, Scorpion, and Liu Kang. Although I'm a Sub-Zero main in the arcade era, I can't help it. Scorpion's still a really fun character to play. And I know you guys don't see me use Liu Kang or Raiden in MK1, but in the arcade era, they're extremely fun. Now I do want to speak on the roster again. All these choices are awesome. This is the first time we see Mileena. This is the first time we see Kitana. Reptile is playable for the first time. When it came between Mileena and Kitana, the one I always played more was Mileena. And between both new women fighters that joined Mortal Kombat 2, I went with Mileena. Her airdrop and ball roll are extremely fun moves, and the way her size worked were very unique as far as inputs. She's a really fun character to play. I really enjoy Mileena. However, I really enjoy Kitana too. I do put Mileena first as far as gameplay. That's what's fun for me. MK2's Kung Lao has a little air of mystery to him. Also, MK3 Kung Lao is very cool as well. Also, for those that don't know, this is the first entry for Kuai Liang Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat. This is Sub-Zero's younger brother for the first time in the flesh. Now, seeing Reptile in MK2 was so exciting, and I always enjoyed choosing Reptile, but his moves sucked, unfortunately. I could never really get Reptile down. Those for you that like Reptile now that haven't got to play, he can go invisible in this game. That is something really cool about him. This is the first time we see a Mortal Kombat character go fully invisible. And honestly, you just gotta love MK2 for bringing Kentaro and Shao Kahn for the first time as well. So again, Mortal Kombat 2, Sub-Zero is my main pick. Mortal Kombat 3, and this is the vanilla Mortal Kombat 3. And this point early on, I wasn't familiar with Human Smoke yet, just the Cyber Smoke. And this is also where I would form my two favorite characters in the Mortal Kombat series, Sub-Zero and Smoke. So even in vanilla Mortal Kombat 3, I'm still very happy with the roster choices. I know it's a very controversial one because there is a lack of characters. Honestly, something I just really enjoy about the original Mortal Kombat 3 is how desolate it feels, and I know some of this plays back onto my childhood, right? We all experience nostalgia, and I remember playing the original Mortal Kombat 3 and feeling like things were just off. I don't want to say survival horror because Mortal Kombat wasn't survival horror. It was really enjoyable for an almost uncanny feel to play Mortal Kombat 3 on the Sega Genesis because the sounds were just a little off. It's a very interesting game taking place in Earth whenever everything's supposed to be dystopian. Mortal Kombat 3 Vanilla, a game that many people really don't care for, but one that I have a soft spot for. In fact, I remember my own friends and family wondering, what the hell is this? Even with all the changes in the most recent MK1, Mortal Kombat changing things up is just something that's always been a part of its DNA. Take a look at this stage here real quick. This is not in the original Mortal Kombat 3. This was added in the addition of UMK3. And right here is one of my best characters overall, that is Cyber Smoke. I don't know how many hours I've played with friends and family using this character against other people. In addition, I also use Human Smoke and the Ninja Sub-Zero as well. And when I play with you guys, or if you watch me play, I'll definitely be using Cyber Smoke a lot. If for whatever reason Trilogy wasn't included in the Legacy Collection, then I would say most fans that aren't familiar with the arcade era are going to have a really good time with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 for various reasons, and I think they're obvious reasons. One, even UMK3 has a very fantastic roster. You're getting the Earthrealm Defenders, you're getting some other fan favorites like Nightwolf, you're getting Sindel, and that's one that I want to share. Sindel was also one of my favorite picks in UMK3 and Mortal Kombat Trilogy. It's also the first Mortal Kombat game to really introduce proper combos, and it's the first time traditional dial a combo. And then we have Mortal Kombat Trilogy, the biggest roster of all the arcade era. This really is every character you can think of in Mortal Kombat until they bring in new characters in Mortal Kombat 4. Again, every character I just listed is the same ones I use over in Trilogy, that is Human Smoke, Cyber Smoke, Sub-Zero, Sindel, and then for occasional fun I like to throw in Liu Kang and Raiden. I say it because those are the characters I use most frequently. There are other characters I enjoy using as well, like Sector and Ermac. But the purpose of this is me sharing my favorite ones and wanting to know what your guys' favorite ones are too. The only thing I wish we really could have got back in the day was a character for Tremor. Tremor didn't come until Special Forces, which I really love this arena in Trilogy because it's Shao Kahn and Shang Tsung's seat. I know it looks like nothing now, but back then this was a big deal. This is the game I didn't think we were getting in the collection, and that is Mortal Kombat 4, and we'll be able to play it online. Now, as always, I picked Sub-Zero, which by the way I do want to share, this is one of the coolest designs for Sub-Zero. I know the polygons don't do it a lot of justice, but seeing Sub-Zero in this sleek blue outfit with the red scar and the cat ears on the hood, I really like this design a lot. Also, one of the coolest things about MK4 is it does bring alternative costumes. Not many, but the fact that we see alt skins for the first time if you don't count Trilogy flipping over to previous game characters. Now, I can't guarantee we're going to get this version, but I really feel like we're going to get it, and that is Mortal Kombat Gold. In this game, we get added characters like Baraka and Sector, Noob Saibot, Melina, Katana. They've added a lot of characters for Gold. A lot of people don't like Shinnok, but I'll say it, I like Shinnok. I think he's cool by concept. Now, I'm not sure if this game's going to be in the Legacy Collection or not. Hopefully this is a discussion we'll be able to have soon, as it's getting closer for the Digital Eclipse Legacy Collection to release. I really want to know what your roster picks are and what you think of mine down below. With that said, my friends, I appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe if you're new. I'm always uploading Mortal Kombat content. If you want to further support this channel, consider becoming a channel member. There's plenty of perks listed below. My friends, I will catch you all live and or in the next video. Much love everyone, and take care.